Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. We're back on the dev server, and they've finally added the MAS 441. This is a new Italian vehicle that is coming to the, coastal tech tree for Italy. And as you can see, it's very much just a fishing boat with guns, which seems to be a little bit of a theme of this update, if you have a look at some of the French coastal stuff. Unfortunately for Italy, this update, there's not a ton on offer. Of course, you have the Tornado IDS, which is just a copy of the other one with a nice skin. You have the Freccia getting itself the good old Commander cupola with the different system, which is quite nice. You can see it right here. But then you also have this vehicle, the MAS 441. So at least there's something to look forward to and grind out during the naval event, which is starting tomorrow. The MAS 441 is between the MS-53 and also the MV-611, so that is where it finds itself, and the main part of this vehicle is the simple fact that it has this 40mm Vickers Turney 1915 to 17, a modification 1930 gun on it. As you can tell, it is an interesting name. So this gun is not great in terms of the general setup on it. It does have a lot of ammunition, but the main problem is the actual, I suppose you class it as clip size. I can show you this in test sale for the gun. So you can see here, it doesn't even show the actual general. It doesn't actually show it. Oh, well, I'm guessing it's just bust right now. So right now you can just fire as much as you want. So I suppose that's quite nice, and it's got quite a decent fire rate, so okay. Usually this thing needs a reload or something like that. It can't just fire continuously, but let's just go with it as if it can. So let's just set it up like that, so you don't have to worry about the reload rate right now, because it just fires everything. The other part of the X-ray, you have the radio station, also the bridge, two very small engines, two fuel tanks in the booty, and then, of course, the secondary armament. So the secondary armament on this machine is that's right, one 8mm Breda Mod 37. So that's all you have. The vehicle is very much powered by this 40mm on the front, and a 1.7 that will be quite nice because you'll be able to do quite a lot of damage to things. There is no additional armor protection on the vehicle. Instead, you get 40mm worth of wood on the hull and 15 on the superstructure, and you get a little bit of speed behind you, but not really too much. To kind of compare this, by the way, so this 40mm, if they keep it the way that it is, it has no pen, so you'll still be able to do damage to a lot of stuff because it's 55 grams of explosive mass, but if you come up against anything armored, you're just going to die. So that kind of sucks, but you'll be able to at least push out stuff. It does have some depth charges on it, which is nice, I suppose. Kind of worthless, but at least you get something out of it. But if you compare this to, let's say, French Coastal, which just got added, they get one 20mm and dual 13.2s at 1.7, and then at 1.3 you get, of course, the 120mm. So I feel like, at least compared to the French stuff, you're getting a pretty good deal with this thing. You're getting a 40mm with good coverage in the front, meaning that you have a good arc to be able to fire on. Obviously, this is in the way in the back, but I really don't think you're going to be pointed that way, so it doesn't really matter too much. But then also, you're getting a backup 8mm, which generally is fine. Like, it's nothing to really write home about, but at least it's something. And I would prefer more armament, but then it would probably go up in BR. So for this fishing boat, you can see the two guys on the front, and then of course you have your commander in the middle, and you can actually hear the engine of this thing, which is not exactly crazy powerful, but at least you'll move it around. For some reason the gun stays up really high, but then also you can just fire and go a bit crazy with it. As I said, I don't honestly think this is going to be the fire rate that the vehicle has. If it is, then it's actually really good, but you know, that's something that we'll have to see going forward. The 8mm is one of those which is just more designed to stop vehicles worrying about you. And maybe it might even be a detriment because once you fire add these planes, they'll know where you are, and they'll know that you can't actually stop them. You can see the targeting speed on the 40mm is okay. It's not the best, but it's good enough. But what can you expect? This thing is basically just a fishing truck, or fishing boats with access to a 40 on the front. You can see the fire rate there, like it's working out pretty well. And if you can just consistently fire over and over again, and you know, eventually have to reload, it seems, then it's generally not too bad. You don't have to worry about overheating or anything like that, and you can actually get out a decent amount of shots before you have to reload. I thought that the clip size on this was going to be a lot less than it actually is, so generally that's not too bad. And with artillery support too, maybe you're able to do a little bit more damage to things. So low survivability, high fire rate. This one is what we would class as a glass cannon. These ones can either be really fun in coastal, or they can be absolutely useless, depending on the scenario. Hopefully this one is a bit more useful. As always, I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time. I'd just like to thank GMG Smiley, CD Beans, Chieftain Mike, EMN3 Galaxy, Tulio Pontecorvo, Brendan Quinn, Carrion Crow, Gus Irenicus, Pyman, Wartinder, Teddy, Daniel Stanton, Martinez, B. Young, Ozzy Panzer, Alan Hacker, Liam Shear, Opium Prime, Lafouche, Sem, Aslan, Uncle Bean, and Derek R. for supporting the channel.